I follow some celebrities, but I'm pretty sparse. Like Hulk Hogan, great celebrity to follow.
All the 80s action guys. Stallone is one of my favorite persons. Schwarzenegger.
You got the Hulkster on Insta?
No, and I'm like kind of conflicted about this.
Why is that, brother?
Because I feel like, again, I'm going to go back to Surviving R. Kelly. This is a thought I had in watching this show. A lot of these girls that get wrapped up with R. Kelly, he attracts them with his star power and promising them that they can be a star and he can make them a star.
That's devious.
And it really started to make me wonder about this culture of everybody just being obsessed with becoming a celebrity, you know, and the stuff that you sacrifice in the pursuit of that. Whatever about Twitch streamers, this is more just my thought about that show, but that was a big factor of like what got all these girls into this mess to begin with was this fucked up obsession with doing anything to become a star.
Well, there's so many fucking people out there that unfortunately are like fucked up in that way that they just want to be famous. There's so many people that just want to be famous.
You hear all these horror stories about people
so they're easily preyed upon.
Who don't become famous, but in the pursuit of becoming famous get fucking used and abused.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And that is something
all
too.
The
like,
shit.
It's weird, especially with us, because like we're out here, we have a podcast, we have a YouTube channel, we do all these things to like stay relevant and make things, but we always made it for ourselves, and people watch it, which is terrific. But like, I don't think I'd ever want that like huge fame.
No,
that like what we have is great and special, and I love it. And when I get recognized at the store, it's very cool. But it doesn't happen all of the time. Everywhere I go, I can go into Target and it's fine. Like I would never want the level of fame where you cannot do that. Like that sounds like a nightmare to me.
Slow down. You better slow down,
That's
Sean.
something where like celebrities love Postmates because they can like enjoy McDonald's without having to fucking go to McDonald's, you know. But really, it's like those things where you have to change your life. Like, oh yeah, I can't fucking be.
No one.
That sucks.
Like, it's not. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think the money's worth it.
I was actually listening to a radio interview today, and they were talking about kind of celebrity and the nature of celebrity and humanity over, the history of humankind. And they talked about fame in this interesting way. They said that fame is people knowing who you are. And the more people who know who you are and what you're about, the more famous you are. Bill Gates. Oh, he's rich. He owns Microsoft. Super famous.
Yeah.
But then there's this other weirder level of fame where people are obsessed with every minute detail of your life, where it's, what did Bill Gates eat for breakfast today? Oh, what kind of toilet paper does Bill Gates like to use?
Oh, man.
And that's where it starts getting, for me, like, this is the fucked up side.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we started doing videos, and we were theater kids. We just like to perform. I don't think we ever expected it to actually get an audience.
Never,
It was
ever.
going to go on public access TV. I see a lot of people now who ask me for advice, honestly, like, oh, how do I do a web series? How do I do, get what you got? And I feel like their end goal is to have a fan base.
Right.
Yeah.
Their end goal isn't to create something that means something to them or to create a work of art or to create something they're proud of. They just want to have fans. And I always tell them, you're never going to get it. Because if that's all you're setting out to do, why should you have fans? Like, they're going to be fans of you because you're a guy who has fans?
They'll
like,
smell it,
what's
too.
the fucking plan here? I'm a fan of this guy because everybody likes him. What does he do? Nothing. I don't get it. Like,
And maybe that's why it's worked for us for so long, is that we
Just
have
have
never
fun doing
cared
it.
about that. Like, I never cared about being famous. I just wanted to perform and have fun with you guys. And so, yeah, I mean, like, we don't have 1 million subscribers, and that doesn't eat me up inside. I'm just like, okay, well,
But in place of that,
we
yeah.
got our loyal fan base, which is great, and I'm
But
happy.
2020 is kind of
I
We're
realize
doing
I'm a
it.
walking contradiction. I do want 1 million subs. I do. But I want people to just like the videos.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't have to be stalking you and asking what you ate for breakfast.
We do this podcast,
that
and
doesn't
this is a
come with
thing we've
that.
done for a long time, but I don't want to become famous for this podcast. As much as I love doing this and talking to you guys and being here,
We want to make videos.
this isn't my dream. This is not my destiny. This is just shooting the shit with my friends. If this was like, oh, Derek, host of the Mega64 podcast, and that was my only credit, that would be like a disappointment for me in my life.
You're a filmmaker, man. I mean, for sure. And if I didn't have as much fun making movies with you guys, even though we don't make movies, but
Me working on one right now.
Like that, but not. I mean, this stuff. I'm kind of with Derek is like ancillary. Like I get to throw out like 100% my creative energy in the PPS, which is its own kind of different thing. And then this has always been a fun thing where we get together and really promote Mega64 videos and stuff. That's getting together for like the version 4 stuff to film our suited videos, to do the God of War sketch in real life.
Yeah, pretty much
getting together.
Every person I've ever told what I do for a living, I make YouTube videos. They all respond with the same thing. I tried to do that.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
All of them. Oh, you make videos? Yeah, I do like videos about video games. Yeah, I tried to do that. Nobody watched.
Yeah. I do feel we got incredibly lucky. Like, I know we're not the biggest, as I said before, but like the fact that we got anywhere is almost impossible.
But you know what I think when they tell me that? They always say nobody watched, and it implies, so I stopped doing it.
Right.
That's where you made the mistake.
Yeah, that's not a good reason to quit. That's a good reason for you to have never started at all.
Yeah.
You're doing something, but nobody's watching it, so you're not having fun.
Yeah,
that's why nobody's watching it. You need to be fucking satisfied and having fun with the thing you're creating all on its own.
And also,
then people will want to watch it.
There's a benefit of having no one watch you at the start. Like Robert Rodriguez, like his thing of advice is like make 100 shitty movies before anyone gets to see them. That way, when people have eyes on you, your work is good. So again, with me, all my friends in Orange County, like even like before I was working with you guys, I was making like silly, stupid videos, but because it was me and my friends having fun. And then after like 10 years, I have this bigger audience now, and like all of us together too. People are seeing my stuff, but it's like, oh, I've been working at this for a decade. I've been doing a decade of my own skits and stuff like this, and like
getting better every time.
It's like it's because I want to make something.
Yeah, and I do feel like if we were, let's say tomorrow, Netflix says, hey, we Mega64, we want a show. I feel like at this point we've been doing it for so long, I wouldn't be like, all right.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel. I wouldn't feel scared. I'd be confident
to do that if that was what was needed. But I also feel like if that doesn't happen, which it probably won't, we are ready to
Great
do
attitude.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Which
there.
it may not.
Rewind that.
Which it will, but maybe not tomorrow.
Stop it. Okay.
It's gonna happen tonight.
It's good. That's all we're getting, Derek.
But what I'm saying is, like, I think we are prepared and ready to take this like as far as we possibly can, and I'm just excited to do it. Like,
yeah, well,
on our own.
You got the skill set now.
If Netflix wants to come in and help us, fine. But like, I'm ready to go to the moon and be like, have everyone see our shit without needing anyone else's help because we've done it this far, but on our own.
Well, we still have fun doing it, and like Frank, you were saying, even starting out back then doing it with your friends.
Yeah,
I was so hungry for like hanging out and filming stuff that I remember like driving up to film shit with you. Like,
dude, you filmed videos with me and Craig Gleason, who now has like 120K followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Him and I were just making dumb, goofy shit because we were the only two weird people in Rancho Santa Margarita who wanted to make dumb videos. So I made videos with Craig, and yeah, a decade later, now Craig has a massive audience, but he's never going to stop because he's a great artist.
It's the fact that, you start early and then you just keep doing it. And then you turn around and time's flown by. And you're like, holy shit, I'm pretty competent and good at this. That's crazy. How did that happen?
Yeah.
Keep chipping away.
The barometer of how good your work isn't how many people are watching it.
That is absolutely true.
For sure.
So,
because we're not all doing like, Fortnite streams.
Because obviously we don't have the most subs in the world, but we do put out the best videos. So
that's been
in and of itself. There's a perfect example.
Big conversation with YouTubers in their vlogs lately has been them going to other stuff, because I think YouTube and the people who run the sites, they want them to do, hey, if you want help and you want promotion, you got to do this kind of content. And they're like, that's clickbaity, that's bullshit, I don't want to do that. And they're like, well, we can't help you, that's what gets views. So like I feel like a lot of people are realizing that now, like, I went down that path and it was the wrong path because
it's so funny
because it's spinning out into like I don't even know what I'm making videos.
People
on now.
Dream of becoming a YouTube star to get out of the rat race.
Yeah,
I don't want to do a 9 to 5. I don't want to do this fucking corporate lifestyle. I want to just be my own thing. And they go on YouTube and they enter this whole digital rat race of I got to get subs.
And
I
they hate editing and it sucks and it's all
and nobody's
deadlines.
watching this. And
how do I come up with something funny tomorrow? I came up with something kind of funny today. Fuck my life.
But yeah, it's like if you want to enter that world, like you got to treat that world as a 9 to 5 too. It's like you're gonna have to put the hours into work.
Some
but again,
people
if you enjoy it, then it doesn't feel like work. Like everything I do is video and it's things I enjoy.
You gotta enjoy it.
So this is Blur, which I like it.
In 2019, we're gonna enjoy it.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Always.
Shit.
Having a laugh.
I don't think you have to treat it like a 9 to 5. I'm just saying create something you fucking believe in.
Yeah.
And don't give a shit if anybody watches it.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Don't give a fuck who watches it. Just make something that you love. Don't show it to anybody.
Truly believed that the only people who would watch our public access show was us.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I'll leave like a flyer at the Chili's break room, like, hey, if you want to check me out, I'll be on this channel at this time. And that is it. Literally no one else. And I did not care because I was just having fun.
I remember the first time our site, Mega64, got 100 hits in one day. I like shit myself.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck, dude.
That's just a
100
website.
fucking people.
Yeah. Because I thought that's more people than I know.
Yeah.
Meaning a stranger somewhere had to sneak in there.
Those milestones were so huge for us. Like the idea of 100 people was unbelievable. People nowadays are like, fuck, dude, I don't have 5,000 subscribers. I can't even monetize my channel. What's the point?
I'm not even verified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My like barometer has been for the past like several years. Like right out of high school, I went up to up to LA, and in Hollywood, like the #1 place to perform, do comedy was the UCB theater. Everyone who performed at UCB was on The Office. Like that is the polling ground. Everyone has a huge podcast. Everyone has a Netflix original show.
alt, bro.
UCB was the hub of everything. If you sold out at UCB, it was 110 people. So in my mind, if I do anything and there's 110 people do it, that's a sold-out theater at UCB.
Right.
And a sold-out crowd at UCB is the most thunderous, incredible crowd ever. So it's like, oh, I'm so happy with that.
Yeah. When you think about like comedians who go on to be superstars and, you know, whether they have these giant Netflix specials, HBO specials, or they're starring in movies, think back to the beginning of their career. There is no internet. They're playing for rooms that might be fucking empty. There might be nobody even paying attention to them. But the fact that they
bringer shows.
continue to get booked, they just will keep on performing just for the love of performing.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do out there if anybody cares, if anybody
care.
So Louis C.K., get back out there. Keep performing. I know.
There is a thing that like when you're on stage and there's that lights in your eyes and you can kind of see the orange haze and there's a crowd behind you. Like
Live audience.
Fucking live for that. Like I have that. I can see that haze is there now. I can see because the lights are on me.
Yeah.
Like I live for that.
That's
I love
panels.
that. If there's no one in the audience, I still have my haze. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah.
You like the haze.
I love the
in the zone.
haze.
Purple haze.
I'm a haze guy.
I get the same high off of that when we come out to do a live panel at like a PAX or Game Days or Comic-Con or something, as I did when I used to play in bands and we would go out and play the first song.
Yeah.
It's that same feeling that I don't have to, you guys are my band now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a different but same kind of.
I've always wanted to be in a band.
Just
Oh, we
recently,
are, dude.
maybe
Summer
within like
semester.
the last 2 years, I stopped being nervous about panels.
Really?
And like performing in front of people. There was always this pit, like right before it happened, it was just like, oh shit, I hope this is good.
I have that pit.
But I'm happy that I finally hit this point where it's like, wait till they get a load of this. It's like, let me go.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I've hit a good spot. So
You know what, that I'm gonna kind of weird analogy, but like when I play softball or baseball and I'm in left field, all I want is the ball to come to me. I literally like, please come to me, please come to me, please come to me. And that's kind of the feeling you have to have, I think, before you go on stage.
have
like,
that
you
moment
want
where
it.
you're like, I'm so ready to show off what I can do.
Yeah.
Give me a chance.
I am begging you to hit the ball to me. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
That fear kind of came back to me for a little bit, though, when we stared doing the Truth or Dare at our panel.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
well, that was
I
That
would
was
be
like
sitting
that was a
behind
crazy
and I'd be like,
summer.
what if, I don't know, what if I have to like kiss someone or, what if this? And then I'd start getting nervous again. And then we
I
kind of
think
calmed down on
honestly,
Truth or
and
Dare.
you know what? For me, and this, I'm glad you bring this up because I'll tell people exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I was always super analytical and I would want to think about what am I going to do when I go on stage? And if people do this, how am I going to react? And if this happens, I'm going to have this plan.
Yep.
And I would start just getting so meticulous about overthinking stuff that it would start to make me nervous. Like, oh shit, what was my first thing again? Like I forgot. Oh fuck, am I prepared? I decided one day, I'm just going to let that go. I don't give a fuck if I bomb. I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to take it in the moment. I'm not going to try to guess what people are going to react to. I'm just going to go out there and...
You can overthink yourself.
Yeah, and by doing that, by just saying to myself, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to be confident that in the moment I'm going to figure it out and it's going to be right. At first, there were a couple times where I was like still nervous, but I went in with that mentality and it all worked out. And after 3 or 4 times, I was like, oh yeah, just do this from now on. Just go in blank and just fucking make it up on the spot.
Yeah.
Wing it.
Did you hear, Garrett, did you hear Bill Hader's interview on Howard Stern? And he was talking about how he was always so scared before they went live that he was going to mess up the cue cards because he's like, I don't read those well. I get nervous. Yeah. So he said he would purposely mess up a cue card right off the top.
To get that
just to know
energy
I
out.
did it and I survived. I'm going to keep going. And then he would just go from there. So he would purposely fuck it up every single time, which is a fascinating idea. Interesting. You got to go into your like uncomfortable zone to make it comfortable.
There's definitely, flow state takes over and then you don't think about it and you just, it all works out.
I always operate on just instinct and honesty. Like, yeah, it's like what Derek's saying. If you just don't think about it, do what's funny to yourself. And it's going back to making content. If you just do what's funny or interesting to you, put it out there, you're performing the best for yourself. The audience can eat it up or not, but it's like we've all been doing this kind of thing for so long that our instincts, you don't have, like even coming to the podcast, we are on, okay, just talking.
Yeah.
Time flies when
Let's
the camera
take
comes
some
on.
calls.